Is this the year the NBA's landscape reshapes before our very eyes, with a seismic move that could send shockwaves all the way to Los Angeles? Imagine the reigning Titans of Houston with Kevin Durant front and center, staring down a pivotal crossroads that could redefine legacies, shift playoff powers, and ignite a blockbuster frenzy we've only dreamed about. But what if the biggest twist of all still lurks just beneath the surface, one that Lakers fans have to pay close attention to? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truths collide with purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so your heart never misses a beat. Now, pulling the curtain back on one of the NBA's most compelling sagas, 15-time All-Star and 2-time Finals MVP Kevin Durant, fresh off a jaw-dropping 7-team blockbuster trade that landed him in Houston, is staring down a career-defining decision this very season. Standing 6'11" and hailing from Texas, KD is not just any player, he's still one of the league's deadliest offensive weapons and an absolute game-changer at age 35. As he navigates his inaugural year with the Rockets, the looming question is this: will he ink that contract extension before the 2025-26 season runs out, or will he hit the free agent market, unleashing a frenzy next summer that promises to rearrange the Western Conference chessboard completely? Given Houston's revamped roster, loaded with young prospects and surprising depth, an extension seems like the logical win-win, right? But here's the sticking point. Durant's wallet won't be hurting if he opts to test free agency. His combination of elite skill, veteran savvy, and championship pedigree puts him in the rarest company, especially with a class of free agents next summer stacked with stars like LeBron James, Austin Reeves, with a player option, Trae Young, James Harden, and Zach LaVine also potentially hitting the market. Elias Schuster of Bleacher Nation ranks Durant above them all, noting that despite turning 37 before the 2026-27 season, KD shows barely a hint of decline. He's arguably the most efficient offensive hub in the league, the kind of player who can take an average playoff team and turn it into a genuine championship contender. But here's the detail no one's talking about. Durant's move to Houston doesn't just reshape the Rockets, it sends a ripple through the Lakers organization and the entire Western Conference arms race. Why? Because aligning a talent of KD's caliber to the Rockets' young core makes Houston a sleeper threat with the firepower and depth to seriously challenge the Lakers, Clippers, and other contenders hungry for the crown. And for us Laker fans watching closely, how does this affect our front office's strategy? From the legendary Showtime era, the Shaq-Kobe dynasty, to Pau Gasol's pivotal role and the resiliency shown during the epic 2020 bubble run, we've witnessed the power of superstar synergy crafting championship glory. Could Kevin Durant himself be the missing piece, or would chasing him disrupt the delicate balancing act LeBron and AD rely on in their twilight years? The current Lakers roster swells with potential. LeBron's relentless drive, Anthony Davis's dominance when healthy, the burgeoning talent of Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, plus savvy veterans like D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, Derek Hayes, and Stanley Johnson, creating an intriguing mix. But adding someone of Durant's magnitude isn't just about talent. It's about chemistry, cap space, timing, and the front office's vision amid a swirling market overheating with trade rumors, buyout candidates, and an unforgiving Western Conference gauntlet. Remember, the 2025 offseason isn't just another year, it's a pivotal crossroads. Will the Lakers be buyers, sellers, or players in a game that could redefine the franchise's short and long-term identity? And that's the million-dollar question for you Lakers fans. Could Durant slipping past Houston's extension deadline mean a golden opportunity for the purple and gold to swoop in? Or is Houston's ruthless pursuit as solid as it looks right now? Last year, Durant averaged an eye-popping 26.6 points on splits of 5-2-2-7, 24 on Thrusty, aged 8 and 39, alongside 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and defensive stats that prove he's still a two-way threat. As he readies himself for what promises to be his 18th healthy NBA season, there's no sign of fading, no downturn in his lethal offensive arsenal. But here's the twist. On a Rockets team brimming with young shooting talent and emerging stars, Durant might not need to carry the full scoring load by himself anymore. Could that mean he has the luxury of preserving his longevity, enticing him to stay? Or does it plant the seed for testing uncharted free agency waters? And while all signs point to Houston pledging a max contract extension, especially after they aggressively traded to build a strong foundation around him, things in the NBA are famously unpredictable. As a Lakers fan, here's the burning thought. Could this decision by Durant be the crack that opens a floodgate of possibilities? Could it bring us closer to a vintage Lakers super team forged from a coveted free agent signing that echoes the magic of past eras? Or will it simply fan the flames of a Western Conference war with Houston as a new, formidable rival? As a lifelong Lakers believer, I can't help but feel we're on the edge of something massive, something that might just change the course of purple and gold history forever. But is this the move that launches a new Lakers era, or the gamble that haunts us for years to come? Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. I'll be right there, heart in hand. What if the very move that Lakers fans are praying will ignite a championship run actually sets off a chain reaction nobody saw coming? Smash that like button and subscribe right now, because the next twist in LA's saga might just blow the roof off everything you thought you knew about this team's future. We've already seen the front office spin the carousel with trades and roster tweaks, but as the calendar inches toward playoff tip-off, every new piece brought in wreaks havoc on rotation chemistry and LeBron's court vision. You have to wonder, with Anthony Davis still battling through inconsistencies and lingering injuries, how will this patchwork lineup gel once the games actually matter? The Western Conference isn't just heating up, it's practically a furnace, with the Suns, Nuggets, and Warriors all circling, ready to pounce on any sign of Lakers' weakness. The notion that titles are won in March takes on a brutal new meaning when every game feels like a must-win just to stay afloat in the playoff seeding scramble. But here's the part nobody's talking about. This season's drama might end up being more about what's not happening behind the scenes in the locker room. We've heard rumor after rumor about locker room fractures, veteran players clashing over roles, and the growing shadow of an aging LeBron trying desperately to keep this ship from sinking. Is it possible the real battle is happening off the stat sheet, in whispered conflicts and grinding daily tensions? Remember the Kobe-era Lakers, where even the brightest stars couldn't conceal the storm brewing beneath the surface? There's a haunting parallel here that's too stark to ignore. And as LeBron faces the twilight of his career, the clock isn't just ticking, it's pounding, forcing the front office to take risks that could either flip the script or shatter the fragile foundations laid over the past few years. Imagine a scenario where these high-stakes trades backfire spectacularly, leaving a patchwork roster with limited playoff mobility and a glaring lack of defensive cohesion. Could this gamble backfire right before the postseason, handing the advantage straight to the Warriors or Nuggets, who are peaking at just the right time? This sudden pendulum swing could transform the Lakers from Western Conference favorites to prime candidates for an early exit. And honestly, can we even trust the injury reports anymore? AD's fitness has been the elephant in the room, and if he's not able to deliver 100%, what's the fallback? The burden falls heavier on LeBron just when his age makes every step, every minute fraught with risk. This season could quickly flip from hopeful resurgence to a painfully familiar narrative, the undeniable weight of expectations crushing the purple and gold yet again. But don't sleep on the wild card in this equation, the bench, the fringe, players, forgotten fragments from previous trades, and rookies, hungry for a spot, might emerge as unlikely heroes or glaring liabilities. This depth, or lack thereof, may well dictate how many games the Lakers survive before everything unravels. Front office strategy has kept fans guessing, swinging between bold trades and cautious patience. But is that indecision a sign of brilliance or a symptom of desperation? Every move watched under the microscope as the Western Conference arms race escalates, leading us to wonder if LA is playing chess or checkers in a game that demands both speed and precision. Because, let's be honest, the West doesn't wait for anyone. Denver reloads with ruthless efficiency, Phoenix stacks firepower, Golden State still lurks with Steph's dagger threes, and even young squads like Oklahoma City are pushing the pace with a fearlessness that exposes cracks in any veteran roster. And here are the Lakers, balanced on the edge of destiny and disaster, trying to squeeze another run out of LeBron James while Father Time knocks louder at the door. Depth isn't just a luxury in this context, it's survival. One twisted ankle, one cold shooting stretch, one defensive lapse by the second unit, and the entire structure crumbles like a castle built on sand. Fans feel it in their bones. The uncertainty gnaws at every conversation. Is the front office deliberately holding back, waiting for the perfect opportunity, or are they paralyzed by fear of making the wrong move? That duality defines this season's narrative. Boldness could resurrect the dynasty, but hesitation could bury it beneath the weight of wasted potential. And that duality echoes through the league. Opponents sense it. They circle the Lakers not just with respect, but with predatory intent, knowing the glamour of purple and gold can't mask the vulnerability of a roster stretched too thin. Think about it. History tells us this franchise thrives when it takes risks. Kareem's arrival, Shaq's signing, Kobe's relentless rise, the AD trade, those weren't careful steps. They were leaps into the unknown. But for every leap that built banners, there were falls into chaos. The Nash-Howard experiment, the post-Kobe dark years, the revolving door of coaches and G League rotations masquerading as championship rosters. The present feels like both timelines colliding. Which way will it break? The ripple effects are massive. Every Lakers decision shakes not just the locker room but the entire NBA. Rivals prepare differently, fans debate with religious fervor, and pundits frame every win or loss as proof of genius or incompetence. The margin for error doesn't exist here. The brand is too big, the spotlight too blinding. When the Lakers stumble, it's not just another team losing, it's a cultural earthquake. And that's why this depth issue isn't a footnote, it's the storyline. As a Lakers fan, I can feel the weight of history pressing down on this very moment. It's not just about rotations or salary caps, it's about identity. The echoes of Showtime magic clash violently with the gritty uncertain present. It's a collision between the high-flying charisma of Magic and Worthy, the ruthless dominance of Kobe and Shaq, and the fragile balancing act of this modern roster that can look brilliant one night and broken the next. Greatness isn't inherited. It isn't guaranteed. It has to be earned again and again through blood, sweat, and guts. That's what makes being a fan so excruciating and intoxicating all at once. And so, we stand here staring at the tightrope. Are we watching the rebirth of a dynasty? One last glorious surge that silences the doubters and carves LeBron and AD's names deeper into the stone of NBA immortality? Or is this the slow, painful fracture of a franchise too proud to rebuild? And, too indecisive to double down, trapped in limbo between past glory and future relevance? The tension is unbearable. Every possession feels like a referendum, every trade rumor like a storm cloud on the horizon. But that's the Lakers story, isn't it? Never calm seas, never quiet nights, only waves of chaos that either drown the team or carry it to heights unseen. And the only certainty right now is that the storm is just beginning. So strap in, Because this isn't just basketball, it's legacy in real time. Drop your raw takes in the comments. I'll be right there, with you, riding every twist of this wild Lakers ride, holding my breath, hoping for magic, bracing for heartbreak, and refusing to look away.